2. Game 2's underway, man. What do you think about this lineup?
I like T1s a lot. They have one of the best carries right now, Ursa. They have also two very explosive support, Osprey and Grimstroke, that bring a lot of damage and team fight elements into mid game. A lot of AoE control as well, and of course Enigma on Cuckoo, one of his most favorite hero. So I think T1's draft is more synergized, but I look at Boom Esports, I see a lot of counter pick as well. You have the Tidehunter to counter the Enigma, you have the Pug to counter the Ember Spirit. I think if Boom Esports, if they are able to shut down Carl on the Ember Spirit, they will actually get a very good beginning very good start in the game.
I do agree with you, but I think this is I really like Boom's lineup, right? I just feel like the amount of team fight that they have. I mean, you have so many different ways to deal with the Enigma, where he could almost be a non-factor, assuming you don't get like 5-man black holes. But like, literally, almost everyone can deal with it in some way, except for the Phoenix. I mean, Egg is like debatable at this point, but I think that their just team fight is just insane. But Boom it's really going to come down to, can they manage these big ult cooldowns, and does T1 just kind of storm the base right away and just win from the laning phase? Because again, this Ursa that you talked about, with Jackie, of course, being a stalwart on that hero, definitely something you need to worry about. It's really going to come down to him, and then the first 10 minutes for him, because if he starts snowballing, this game could just get out of hand.
Oh, cool. He has to get out now.
Wraith Fire Blast, they got it. And they've got the little... Oh, he gets kicked away, Zephyr. But he's a little slow. He does need to be a little bit careful. The Dream Coil... sorry, not the Dream Coil. The Orb goes forward, but Hyde will actually draw first blood here, securing both. Zephyr now running for his life. If anything, maybe he picks up the other room? No. And Zephyr, this is actually... sucks to be him, because you went for the kick, you went for the save, and unfortunately, it's not great here, because you really need that roll, especially early.
Yeah. I mean, it's unfortunate for him to not kick Cuckoo to the low ground. Otherwise, I think Cuckoo would have survived. For Drew, though, in a bit of trouble here. If Carl wants to pick up the steering chain, never mind. Not worth it, I guess.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
Yeah. You gotta win the laning phase, and that's like the big thing here, right?
Yeah, like we say, like at the 0-minute mark, you don't really want to go for a sub-optimal spell just to get one kill. Because normally, unless there's a first blood, otherwise it's really not worth to just pick up that to lose your lane to get one kill. So I like the patience coming out from Carl there, and to your point, I do feel like, yeah, Boom's draft is definitely easier to play, easier to execute as well. And then they're much, like, I think this is the trend of Dota right now, is that if you're able to get the longer fight, if your team is advantageous from a minute long fight, that's gonna be better for you, just like how T1's draft in the first game. And this time Boom, they won for the same way as well. As you can see, they are really liking to take long fights here. Compared to the Ursa, no, Ursa doesn't want to be in a long fight.
Yeah, he's gonna blow you up. And so again, I think a lot of the pressure is gonna be on him. Of course, Carl is definitely on this list as well, but Carl, Ember Spirit versus Makoto's Puck, who do you give the edge to?
This is purely skill based, but I would say the Puck has a pretty okay advantage here, simply because you have two spells that are really great in countering Ember Spirit.
Okay.
But pre-level 5 though, it's gonna be really up to your skill level. See who gets an edge on the better place. I would say that I've seen a lot of Ember Spirit just straight up dumpster Puck. I've seen a lot of Puck that straight up dumpster Ember Spirit as well. It really depends on who is more comfortable. And then at this point, I make a comparison by looking at their Dota Plus level. And you can clearly see that Carl is Platinum level, Mikoto is Brown tier level. So I would say I'll give the edge to Carl here.
Wow, just straight up on Dota Plus. You just don't think that maybe he's got a little bit more money, in his back, so to speak, in the sense that like he's been having Dota Plus for a lot longer. I don't know if that's a dead giveaway. It might be more pay to win, if anything.
I mean, we have seen Mikoto Platinum level Storm Spirit. He's a complete beast on the hero. Yeah. And then, like, Puck on the Brown tier level, when Puck is literally the strongest hero in this entire patch, like sounds a little bit weird to me.
Because he's spending so much time on Storm. He doesn't have time to like play Puck like to the master tier level. Like you have only so many hours of the day, right? Like I would think Puck is very similar to Storm in that sense.
Yeah, it also means that there's some higher chance that Mikoto is not so comfortable on Puck.
Okay.
Compared to how comfortable Carl is in his Ember. So it seems like, you know, Puck, he's getting out on top of this CS chart, or 8-3 against 6-2 of Ember Spirit. So what I say could all just be a bullshit. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, you're just disrespecting Mikoto here. I think that's kind of what it is. I think you're throwing a little shade unnecessarily because I've got faith in him. I feel like Makoto's, you know, that high impact player. It doesn't really matter what hero he is or what, you know, what level of Dota plus he is. I mean, come on, jeez, Arthur.
I mean,
like,
you never know what game I'm playing. Maybe I'm just playing the, you know, sucking Valve's dick game so that I can record this stream, post it to Valve, and say that I'm actively promoting your Dota Plus in my stream.
Okay,
Get me to DPC later on.
Oh, is that all it is? Okay. Well then, yeah. Then I think Enigma's gonna have a great game. Silver tier Ursa also on that list, but Jackie's a silver tier as well.
It's too late. It's too late. I'm just gonna send a small recording just now where I compliment Dota Plus and you were bashing on Dota Plus.
Wait.
shit.
Whoa. Fine. All right. Okay. Makoto here. Make a little bit of outplay here. He's got his orb. He does need to be careful that he dodges the tower though. The tower shot. The courier is going deep just to make the delivery. He dies. And Carl with the outplay. So, ooh, bronze tier Puck. Boom. It showed right there.
I told you. Oh, who is this guy, man? So smart.
Okay, all right. Are you talking to yourself again? Are we not casting together? Is that how it is again? You're just gonna... Are you going... Let me know when I can speak, okay? When you're done having that conversation with yourself.
Okay, yeah, but pretty good play coming here from Kyle there.
Yeah, actually, that was quite good. I mean, I don't know if he was like... If Makoto was kind of like panicking because the courier was coming and like, you know what I mean? Like then you start to micro too many things. But I mean, he was really low on mana. I don't think his cooldowns were even off cooldown. So when he orbed in, I was like, this seems to be not the right play.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of hesitation there that he doesn't really know if he wants to join to that orb or he wants to stay, because I think either way is not really that good for him. And that's why when you're playing Puck against Ember, it's really important for you to make every single decision on how you want to use the orb, because that represents, once you use that represents an opening for the Emperor to punish you or make a move onto you.
Okay. Well, to be honest, that orb was a bronze tier orb.
Unfortunate for Mikoto. I guess this is why T1 was letting go the Puck for Mikoto. Maybe they know that Mikoto is not really comfortable with this hero.
I mean, but that hero's so strong right now.
Yeah, I'm just guessing there's no way T1 let go of this hero, right? And they pick Ember without banning Puck as well. So the only reason is they want Mikoto to have the Puck. Yeah.
By the way, you can go into somebody's profile and just see what sort of Dota Plus levels they have, right? In their profile?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this.
I don't know.
I think you can showcase the one you're best in.
Yeah.
But I think I'm only seeing what you are showing me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But this also means that, you know, they met each other all the while in ranked games and stuff. So I'm pretty sure that they know what's the best hero of every player. So maybe this is just, I guess this is maybe, you know, the analyst work or the coach work coming into play, because they have done, you know, a tremendous research on one player and they know that, all right, this player is good in this and not good in this.
Okay. So, all right, how do you do the research? What do you do? Like, if you were just kind of walk somebody who's brand new to Dota stalking, what do you do?
I think the first of all, easiest way is to just look at Dota buff. And if you want to look into more, you can actually monitor their day-to-day games.
Yeah, okay.
It's like, you know, they are on the first page of the...
Oh, look at the turnaround. Oh, Makoto with bronze tier Puck play in action, outplaying Carl there.
What was that? That was literally Carl just walking into tower range and got hit. Oh, because I didn't get the orb.
He did or did not?
He did not.
Oh my gosh. All right, Drew here though is gonna look to just trade with Ku, but those little Enigma lights are doing a decent amount of damage here. Oh, they've got the Dream Coil on Zephyr, who's only level 2. He's going to get his career destroyed as well, so he's going to die with it, and Makoto's just going to orb forward. Bronze tier plays again, silence, and he does go down. Makoto with another play, and he's proving to be Arthur, at least, that bronze tier or no tier, he knows how to play it.
I mean, Mikoto is the first Indonesian player to get to 11k MMR. Without having to spam the most broken hero puck at all. So, in a way, it tells you something about his skills, right? And now I'm trying to play my way back to supporting Mikoto.
Okay, yeah. You just because the clip is over about talking about Bototo Plus, and now it's just like, okay, now you can just kind of get back into his good graces, so to speak.
Bottom lane?
Oh, they've got the Inkswell, they've got FPZ in their bad spot. He's gonna Fairy Fire, he's looking to just fight this, but Jackie's just able to just right-click him down, and this is the power of Ursa against Tide. It's very, very strong, and it just makes him this giant watermelon just sliced and diced, so to speak. But Drew, gets mini stun there, and they're gonna just back away here. Even the little the Wraith King Skeleton army are chasing after him. Hyde goes low as himself, and he hides behind the T1 tower, and just fights galore.
Yeah, with everything being considered, I think FPZ is not doing quite bad in this bottom lane. He's still getting some decent last hits, 28 compared to Cool at 27. That's pretty okay. Yeah, considering that you are playing against Grimstroke plus Ursa, which has a lot of killing potential.
Oh, they found Drew Zephyr with a nice play there, and Ku just helping to secure that one, and Makoto's back here. He's got the orb, and that was a bronze tier orb in the sense that it's completely going to whiff. Ku's looking just run away, and it looks like Zephyr has just gone hidden away and hiding under the trees, and he TP's away.
Speaking about the bronze tier bottom lane,
Jackie gets a little low. Hyde with the Sun Ray, but he's going to turn this around. No, the Inkswell is not even on timing, and Hyde will end up securing that kill against Jackie. Jackie's solo.
Yeah, it was unfortunate because Jackie should have been a bit more defensive on the lane because White Mon on the Grimstroke was holding herself. He was waiting Jackie to come back to a safer place for him to get south on.
Oh, the roll is just a little off the mark. Just too small. Too short of a roll.
Too short.
Too short.
Kyle is going for the max level on Sleight of Fist, so he's actually all in onto the laning against Puck.
Oh, Inkswell, they found it, and they do connect onto FPZ, but Jackie actually backed away for a second. That seemed a little odd. He looked like he was going to run away, but then he went back in, and he realized, oh, I'm the advantage.
FPZ is also going for the full-on aggressive build with 3 level of Gush. They want to take the aggression to the Ursa. They don't just want to sit and wait like a sitting duck. I like this approach actually. Because you have seen that how they actually are capable of taking down Ursa. They just have to keep trading the regens with Ursa and make sure that if Ursa is playing the lane on a 50% HP, they will have the damage to bring him down.
Yeah.
So this build coming from Tidehunter is really ambitious, and I like it. I like it a lot compared to the fully defensive one, because that just gonna means that Ursa will have a complete free lane.
All right, speaking of free lane, it looks like Cuckoo's got his own free lane. Jackie's getting run up on here. The Sun Ray is doing some damage, but it's just really not a whole lot. The TPs are coming, though, and Carl is now here, and they're going to turn this around. Nice slight. Oh, Phoenix dive away. Hyde is okay for now. The Remnant forward, but he's a little short in terms of, okay, just slice him down. The bird goes down, no egg or anything, and it looks like they're going to go even for Kezcute, who's been silenced. That Phantom is on top of him. He's only level 4, though, and he's just trying to get the Phantom, if anything. But Cuckoo, level 7, and Wraith King is now back. He's level 6. He's just bashing on Whitemon. The Skeleton Army, he's being body blocked. Here comes Makoto. The Orb, that's a nice one. And he gets the Dream Coil onto Ku. The roll in, he's going to phase shift away. The silence is on point. Zephyr's been silenced. The Wraithfire Blast is going to be bursted onto Zephyr, though. They need to be careful. The Black Hole is committed onto Drew, and he doesn't actually have Reincarnation. He actually leveled it now. He hit level 7 after. When he was 6, he did not have Reincarnation. Makoto's going to back off here. More TPs are on the way. Here comes Hyde. He's back into the play, but Jackie's there. Makoto's on the back end of this. He's looking for a pickoff on a Zephyr. The Courier will scout him out as it gives it away. Zephyr actually lets it go. He's got the silence and the kick, and they've got Makoto right where they want him. No, but the silence, he turns it around. Makoto with a nice bronze tier play. Orbs away, and he's fine.
Yeah, first, it was a very good monitoring coming out from Cool, where he was using his Necromonicon to burn the mana of Wraith King, and then he black hole after he sees that Drew doesn't have enough mana for the reincarnation. So that was a really good play coming out from Cool, and then Mikoto was just there to snipe off him. So pretty good trade, I would say, for both sides. It's gonna give Mikoto a very good start. He's going for the DPS build. As you can see, he gets the level 10 plus 30 damage talent, which I think is the best talent for Puck right now. For you to go to the Witchblade and DPS build that does a lot of damage.
What do you think about Drew's rush for Midas?
He wants the ability to skill. I'm okay with this.
Okay.
I'm okay with this. Especially he knows that this game is gonna go long.
Yeah.
With looking at the draft, you see a lot of ultimates, a lot of ways to slow down the team fight, to slow down the push from both sides. So I think it's completely reasonable for him to get the Midas so that he can secure his, at least he can secure the late game and not to
Because cute.
just
no chance.
just keep forcing himself to keep fighting.
Oh, Dreamcoil. They've got him on Zephyr here. The Phoenix dive forward, and they're going to do some work. But Magnetize, it's a pretty nice one. It's on 3, but it's only the level 1. So it's not going to do a whole lot of damage. Hyde gets about half life. Carl is kind of managing his cooldowns, trying to do what he can. He does have his bottle charges. Gush forward. The orb is actually going to connect. He actually goes in for this. He goes to the silence onto Carl. He's looking at his mid-on-mid action, and he just kind of scares him away here.
Yeah, one thing for sure is that both sides are pretty.
The Inkswell on the creep. That was awesome.
Yeah, cute play coming out from Grimstroke. Whoever that gets the first tier 1 tower would have a lot of advantage here. Because both of them have really good ways of defending towers. So anyone should not be giving away free towers at all from both sides. So it really depends on how the teams play out the map, how the maneuvers the map movement to get themselves the very first tier 1 tower. Once that is true, the side that get the tower would have a very good space to play with, especially for their carries. Because Ursa and Raping can use those spaces very well.
And Ursa here, I think he's actually got the Battlefield. Hang on, let me just check this. He's going to get Battlefield very soon, but okay, he's a little bit away. But Battle Fury first item, okay with you, versus the Midas on the Wraith King of
Definitely.
Drew? Okay.
I think Fury is like the must item for Ursa Dispatch. Like this hero is just completely different beast once you have the Battle Fury. You farm so much faster. You have so much raw damage from the components of the Battle Fury as well. And then you can just skill into so many different kind of build. You can go for the dagger build, you can go for the SNY into Basher kind of build. So it just unlocks your limitation on this hero with Battle Fury.
Okay, okay. But what is the next item after Battle Fury on Ursa then?
SNY seems pretty good given how Boom has a lot of oh my god, look at that damage.
Oh gosh, he just got destroyed there. Grimstroke, no chance. Whitemon just dead for now. Carl is kind of going to rush forward. He does have DD. They do need to be careful in terms of how they approach this. They probably want to wait for the DD to expire. They got the Slight. No chains onto FBZ. He's tanky, but I mean, when you got that wheel on top of your head. Oh, they Flame Guard forward. They're going to go for this. The Remnant forward, that is. And the Dream Coil is going to be used all up on Carl, and he's in the bad spot. They've got the egg as well, and Carl's just trying to stay alive. He's going to Slight. Oh, he dodges it. What a play there. He Remnants away. He's still got DD. He's going to bottle up. What an outplay there. Keeping himself alive. Carl with the plays.
That, my man, is a platinum level play from Carl. That was really insane. A lot of patience as well, like completely understanding how much of the age and then he can go on this hero. Really good stuff coming out from Ember Spirit there. That was a really important survival as well, because now Puck did not get anything out of that engagement and actually wasted a lot of time from Puck. It's also some pretty good downtime without Koi on the map as well.
Oh, they're going back in. Carl is back. He's got the nice little chains on the Kescute, who doesn't really have the stop or anything. He's just running under tower. He should be fine. The Idle Lance, nope. The Sleight of Fist is going to secure that kill. So they got something for that. And this is all because of the fact they didn't kill Carl in that last fight. Makoto blinks forward. He gets the nice little silence here. The roll is going to be a little off the mark. There we go. And that's going to be the Ravage. It's going going to be used, and it's going to commit onto 2, but Cuckoo is walking around. He just wants a nice little black hole, and unfortunately is not going to just trigger it here. Jackie's getting burned here. Doesn't he be a little bit careful? He's going super deep, and he really wants FPZ. I think that was personal from the laning phase, and so he does end up dying for that one, but I don't think that was a good trade for Jackie at all.
Not at all. He did not. Oh,
oh the Dream Coil, they found Carl, and he's stuck in. They've got the nice little stomp. He's been silenced. Can he survive out of this one? No, not this time, and KezQ makes him pay.
That was really costly coming out from T1. Very shaky movement coming out from 2 cores. That was definitely not worth Jackie's life to trade with the Tidehunter. He didn't expect himself to get burst down from 100 to 0 as well, especially when he was still holding the enrage. But the silence coming out from Mikoto was just too crucial against Ursa. So very good play coming out from Mikoto. Instantly the coil came set online, and then he used that on the Ember Spirit as well. So good punishment coming out from Boom.
Ooh, Zephyr is rolling away. He should be okay. The Phoenix dive just to kind of scout him out, but Makoto's now going to focus on this tower. He does get that T1 tower, and we talked about just how important these towers are. It's a trade so far in terms of 1-1 in the towers situation, and you're kind of seeing the net worth just because of that. It's a bit of a wash with only 1K.
Yeah, it's slowly going to be advantageous for Boom, I would say. Like, as long as this game goes keep going stagnant, I think Boom will be pretty happy. Just cause that they're naturally stronger when it comes to team fight, and Ursa is not a hero that wants to be kited as much. But Boom, they have the perfect heroes to kite out the Ursa, so they're pretty happy now on Boom's side. Also, Puck went for,
the Inkswell, it's being charged up. He's going to try to roll forward, and we have some crazy camo work, and unfortunately, they thought they were all in the trees, and not going to happen there, and there's a completely disengaged there. Boom, completely out of that one.
I like Enigma's item choices as well. Like we said yesterday, I think we saw what Masaro did was to go for the full black hole kind of itemization, so like the Blink BKB black hole. But Enigma this time he went for the Necro tree. In one way, it's a pretty good counter to Wraith King because you can burn all his mana and you force him to buy the shot. Another thing is,
they found Hyde. He's not going anywhere. He's been silenced. No chance.
Yeah, and another thing is Necro broke. It just gives him the ability skill as well, and also just tower taking too, because they don't really have the best tower taking with Ursa Ember Spirit as their dual core. So I like the itemization coming out from Enigma here. Mid tower is pretty low though, so I wonder when T1 wants to make a move to try and acquire this mid tower, because it opens up, like last game, it opens up the Roshan potential for T1.
Alright, so it looks like a little bit of defense in terms of the mid T1. Makoto's gonna walk around. Ku's got whatchamacallit? He's got a Necro 3 Blink up next. This is the Enigma power, itemization, right?
Yeah. A lot of scaling, a lot of tower push, a great counter to Wraith King as well. I want to see them using this more to push, like to put down map pressure though, because once you pop the Necro tree, it also gives you true sight as well. So you can easily just deward and take away the map control coming out from Boom. Wow, but this is a pretty big stack coming out from Boom. I think it was KezQ that has been utilizing his spirit to get all these stacks. So that's gonna be a pretty good juice coming out.
Yeah, that's a good support, unlike every other support that I played with.
But I think you are the support.
Yeah, okay, let's not go there. I'm talking about myself. Okay, White Money here, Inkswell. I don't think that this is actually going to even go off. He gets bursted here. Makoto just doing so much damage. Like, this guy, he's got the Witchblade now. I mean, he has a Yule's just in case. Like, Makoto really on point right here. And they're going to focus on this T1. It should make quick work of this here. And T1 mid. Is that the game right there? Should we just call it now?
I think T1 is okay with playing behind. We've seen them coming back from a really bad situation like the last game, so I'm not counting them out just yet.
Okay.
Ember Spirit is also going for the BKB build, which is not something that is very common nowadays. Normally, you will see Ember Spirit go for all kind of the flashy and elusive item that can outplay opponent. But Carl, uncharacteristically, he's going for the very steady and solid item.
I think it's required. Look at Boom's lineup. Like, it's just straight up stuns, you know, Ravage, Wraithfire, you know, just so many different things. And look, blink forward. Oh man, FBZ is looking to go with this, and they found Zephyr. They're gonna just kick forward this. I think he's gonna die. The Soulbit is gonna use Phantom's Embrace as well. The split Earth actually, and doesn't actually kill Zephyr. He's fine. They secure the rune if anything, but Drew is probably gonna tick away. Does need to be a little bit careful. He's so low. That's the reincarnation. That's the first life. The egg is gonna be used just to zone him out. Nobody really wants any piece of that right now. Koo is just gonna back off here. Carl actually gets hit by the egg, and it looks like they're gonna disengage.
He tries to go into that and chain a hide on the Phoenix, but unfortunately he was still in the range of the Supernova stun. But yeah, good disengage coming up from both sides. Also very nice play coming up from Carl as well, just utilizing the Remnant to bring down one life of Drew, and then instantly gets out after baiting out the Supernova. So
I mean, like you say bait, but it did keep him alive, right? At the end of the day, I don't think that was like one of those moments where you need it. And plus the fact that it's what, level 1 egg, it's kind of like one of those things where even if it's used, it's like not the biggest deal.
Oh yeah, definitely. But you know what you can do after seeing enemy just expanded the Supernova, you can walk right into the Roshan. But I think Boom is gonna want to contest this. But okay,
oh, they're too late, Jackie. Just too much damage. Makoto orbs forward. I don't think he's okay. Actually, gonna complete that one. But they found the stun, the mini stun on the hide. He's trying to sun ray to the high ground, not able to do that, and he gets locked in. Look at those Necros and Eidolons, just that entire million-man march right there, and they're just gonna a little bit of zoning. And Jackie's now gonna just, I think it's just literally one hit in the T1 mid. They're not even gonna focus on that. Koo blinks forward, finds FBZ. He's a little low. The stun is just so annoying from Cuckoo, and he gets silenced as well. But he's so tanky. The stop just slowing down at least the Eidolons. They've got the Phantom's Embrace, but he just backs off FBC. The Watermelon is fine.
He does not have any armor item, yet he's just so tanky already. He has the use now, he has only one bracer though, but he has a lot of movement speed for sure. So Tidehunter is gonna have is gonna be a very elusive watermelon in the team fight. It's not gonna be easy for you to burst him down once you have the use. The use is also a very good item against the Ursa. Also, it's another way to stop the potential BKB as well if Enigma is using the black hole without the BKB.
Yeah. No, I really like that itemization. Like normally I'd be like, oh, if they got an Ursa, maybe a Halberd, just because it's a strength item as well. But I think the Yules has a lot of play here, especially against the Enigma as well that you talked about, and just more ways of kind of just controlling T1's lineup, which is very important at this point. All right, but Blink, Yules, and Witchblade on Puck, Makoto, and here comes the Outpost TP. They're going in. Zephyr wants this one. He's going to get the silence just to kind of start things off. He gets Wraithfire blasted and just destroyed. He thought he was at the advantage there, just TPing in, but they've got the Yules on the Cuckoo. He gets thrown up here. The Inkswell is just going to zone people away. The Ravage is going to be committed, and they stop Cuckoo from running away. They're going to look to turn this one. Whitemon is next on this list. It's a triple kill going the way of Drew, and boom. In the driver's seat.
Yeah, this is how strong Boom is right now. You know, given their draft, even though Jackie has the Aegis, but T1 they're not really surrounding Jackie right now. They're just TPing one by one onto the outpost, which just TPing down so obviously, and Boom are just so ready for that. A little sloppy coming up from T1. This is where Boom can really shine with all the initiation. They have all the control on how to start the fight as well, with the blink coming out from Tide, with Mikoto. So it seems like Boom, they are pretty comfortable as long as they stick together as 5 division.
I feel like that's a bit of a misplay in terms of the teams. Like when you have Aegis, I feel like this is a pretty big power moment where you just kind of group up and then you just kind of force some towers. Or you know, if you lose Aegis or whatever in that fight, it's not the end of the world, but at least you force people to react to you, as opposed to just everybody splitting up and just kind of doing their own farm game again.
Yeah, this is the common mistake for teams. Whenever they get Roshan, they'll feel so comfortable that they start to release the pressure that they gain on the map and start splitting up the map to get more farm. So sometimes being efficient is not really that great for you if you look at it as a whole, or if you look at the economic in the long run. So normally what you want to do is that you want some cores to sacrifice their farm to just stick with the one guy that holds Aegis and just snowball around him.
Yeah. Oh, the roll. He's going to be completely off the mark, though. He did know FBZ was nearby, but unfortunately not able to do anything. But okay, this is you talk about comfort, right? You got Aegis and you think, oh, we're at a huge advantage and we're good to go. And so I think the whole comfort level is why, you know, my pubs, they never go for Roche. Because they never want to feel comfortable. Is that I think that's how they play.
Yeah, on the next, they may be on the next level because, you know, stepping out of your comfort zone if you want to improve. And they are doing that.
Oh, Zephyr's stuck by himself. He's gonna actually commit the magnetize, but here comes or Jackie. He's looking to fight this one, and he's just ends up turning this around. He does end up getting Kescute, and it looks like T1, who thought they were the aggressors, but in fact, they're still kind of up right now, especially with Kescute going down like that.
Let's see when would T1 just start to group up and start running down towers, because bottom tower is constantly being pushed in. So I don't know why they're still not trying to gather at the bottom side and then just push all the way to the tier 2 and then eventually control the triangle. They're putting way too much emphasis on this top lane, which actually doesn't help at all because they have already controlled the Roshan.
Yeah.
So top area of the map actually don't mean that much for them. But bottom side, it's always being pushed down alone by the Puck. So maybe that's the lane they should be addressing, not the top.
They need to be careful here, though. Boom are making their way around. They do have their major ults. I mean, you don't have the Elder Titan one, but Earth Splitter is just going to be up in another 37 seconds. So looks like they've nice disengage, a nice little like feeling, so to speak, and understanding that, you know, hey, we're kind of in danger.
This window is very crucial though, because T1, they have to make sure that they utilize this power spike, because once they lost the Aegis, it's gonna be completely in control for Boom.
Yeah, and there are
so many ways to start fight as well.
All right, Zephyr should be able to pop the smoke. He's kind of in a safe spot himself. Who's gonna be the first one that they find? And it looks like Boom have just kind of made this long way around, didn't find anyone, and it's just like, all right, maybe we just go home.
At this point, it really feels like Boom is the one that's holding Aegis, and then T1 is the one that's trying to play defensive. How though? Okay, Boom has given up their chase, so they won't be finding anyone. Everyone on T1 side are just spreading out the map to push out every single wave, as if they are very behind right now.
Yeah, it's kind of odd in this case. Mikoto actually had to come back to the mid T1. Sorry, the mid lane just to kind of deal with the creeps here. Is going to help just push that one across, but they're really trying to focus on this bottom T2. What are your thoughts on that objective?
I like this a lot. Like, as I said, this should be the lane that T1 should be addressing, but they're not. So Boom Esports are just forcing T1 to come back to the bottom lane. And for some reason, for some unknown reason, I don't know why T1 is so prioritizing on the top lane, because it actually doesn't give you anything. There's no big objective around that. But right now, biggest objective for T1 is to find some more advantage on the map, which they are not doing at all. So I feel like Boom are just splitting up the map really nice now, because they know that they can go even with the map control with T1. They'll feel fine.
All right. I mean, okay. Like you talked about the power of, you know, the Ursa, right? And he's got Battle Fury, Blink, BKB, SNY. I mean, at what point does he hit that critical mass where you're like, this guy should be fighting and not just be farming?
I think once he has the Abyssal Blade, he should be fighting. Like right now, even with the BKB, it gives all the tools that he needs to unkite himself in the fight and just, you know, kill people. So this is where Ursa feels very bad whenever he's not killing heroes. He's holding the BKB and you don't want to be farming while you're holding the 10-second BKB. You want to make use of it and then start to get some get some fight.
Okay. It just seems like both of the teams are like avoiding to fight. This seems very not like SEA teams or SEA players. As I say that, Carl gets Dream Coiled. He's going to have to commit his BKB just to stay alive. Here come the TPs, and they're all from Boom. And Carl's in a bad spot. He does Remnant away, knowing the limits of his hero, and he just does get away.
Yeah, very calm movement coming out from Ember Spree. He knows that he cannot break the call because it's an Aghanim's call. So very calm, very good job by Ember. He has the casual plate mirror for him to better mitigate the damage coming from Drew as well. But once Drew get to his bigger item like DPS item like Monkey King Bar or Basher, I'm afraid he may Ember may not be strong enough to withstand the damage.
But it's really not really up to Carl to kind of fight him, so to speak. It should be more of Jackie's line of work, right?
Definitely.
All right, as I say that, it looks like they're Carl's found him. He's gonna remnant away. Nice little chains there, locking him into place. He's not able to get the runes though, and Jackie goes in and he destroys Kescu. Doesn't even give him a chance to do anything. Sunray's right up on Jackie. He's gonna turn this around. The Enrage is on. The point, the rolling boulder, nice magnetize. It connects onto 3 right now, and it's gonna spread around. Nice kick, and it does end up slowing 3 people down. Jackie goes up and forward. He goes right for Hyde, and he destroys him as well. But he's been dream coiled. He's been stuck here. Can they actually destroy him though? Carl's still sticking around. Koo's sticking around as well. He does have Black Hole if they actually want to fight this. Jackie gets a little bit low. Does need to be careful. Wrathfire Blast. The Ravage is there, and they do end up killing Jackie. That's going to be a nice start to this one. Buybacks are happening, but they're all from the supports. Carl here. He's got the Inkswell. He's got the Silent on Makoto, who actually dodges it through the Yules, but Whitemon does go down. And it looks like Carl, who's a little bit low, does need to be careful. FBZ blinks forward. He's been stunned. He does have Carl has the BKB though, and the tower shots are now hitting into FBZ. Makoto with a nice little orb. And he actually is not going to commit for this.
Really good spell casting coming out from Boom. FVZ especially, he was just holding Ravage all the time, only for the Ursa. And once Ursa run out of Enrage and BKB, he immediately jumps on him, put a Ravage on him. And like we say in the early game, there's a lot of way for Boom Esports heroes to kite around the Ursa. Like even Phoenix wasn't like. It was unnecessary for him to die there. He could have popped his supernova way early, but he was trying to play to the very last second to kite out the Ursa.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he didn't.
Oh,
He was still holding the Black Hole though.
Oh man, those Eidolons. Oh, the Dream Coil right onto Koo. He's got no chance. He's got the BKB and the Black Hole. And then it does connect only onto FBC. Makoto actually avoided that. The Sunray doing some work on Zephyr. He rolls away. He's fine for now. FBZ goes down as well. Buyback from Jackie. He's going to be right back into this fight. He actually goes back in. He's got the BKB. He's running for his life though. He does need to be careful. The egg is going to be used. They got the Yules up on Jackie. This is a nice target if they can get him. But Jackie's almost at the high ground. Here comes a TP. Whitemon is in. Nice soul bind into the Phantom's Embrace. Nice little silence. Carl's looking to turn this around. He's got the BKB. He's got the nice slide doing some work. It does a decent amount of damage, but it's spread around and no kills though. But with FBZ down, 3 from T1, that looked like a pretty decent fight for Boom.
That was actually more than just decent. There was a dieback coming out from Ursa. A little bit slopey really coming out from T1 this entire game. Ursa was very impatient there. He bite back instantly, run into the entire team fight. Even though that wasn't the best Black Hole at all. It was only catching on Tide that did not even have Ravage. So it looks like a very desperate play coming out from Cool, and Jackie committed to that idea. So definitely not the best decision making coming out from T1, and Boom completely capitalized on that and take down the Roshan.
Yeah, just a bit of a misplay there. Like, you know, he thought he could get 2, right? So he went for the 2 with Makoto, and he thought he could get FBZ as well, but Makoto was just too fast. Just being able to avoid that. So, I mean, that's just more of like an outplay thing more than anything else. But, I mean, that's kind of what you expect from a bronze tier puck, right?
Yeah, 12, 1, and 8, man. I mean, anyone that's better than brown tier wouldn't have that 1 death.
Yeah. So if he was a master tier, he would have no deaths. I think I'd be okay being bronze tier at this point then. 12-0 and 12-1 and 8. I'll take that.
True. Well, Mikoto's gonna have a hell of a game.
Oh, nice silence Dream Coil. Zephyr not able to roll away. He's gonna get just chopped down here, but the tree's like blocking a lot of the line of sight, but he's got really no chance. The Yules here and the Sunray on top, and Makoto with a nice play again with that nice little Dream Coil.
Oh, it seems like he has the Daedalus soon on Mikoto. So once you get the level 25 Dream Coil Rapid talent, he's gonna do so much damage. I think the limitation of his the cap of his damage output cap is way higher than the Wraith King at this point.
But seriously, if Boom win this game and Makoto is like the MVP, like how silly are you gonna feel? Your Dota Plus theory completely out the window. Let's be honest.
I'm okay. I'm okay since I'm only sending one of the one small 30-second clip.
Okay, where you talk up about it. Okay. All right, and then I'll send this clip where you're like, boom, everything's wrong.
Arthur is always left. He's always wrong.
All right, nonetheless, Jackie still continue to farm. Ku just trying to get what they can here. I mean, what is the next item for Jackie? Like what he's got SNY, Battle Fury. I mean, we talked about Treads. He's gonna get Bash or Abyssal. Like, is that the right
At
one?
this point, yeah, I think Abyssal is the more nature one. You just need to lock someone down and quickly burn someone down, especially when you get to level 25 with the +3 overpower attacks. You'll be able to dish out 9 attack instantly. So that would help you at least take down the Elder Titan or the Phoenix, unless they decide to go for the Eon Disc. That would make Ursa's game a lot harder as he has to get something like a nullifier. But at this point, it feels like Boom Esports, they have already gotten themselves enough items to sustain the burst coming up for Ursa. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Daedalus may be a consideration for Jackie here, since he needs the explosiveness to burst down heroes.
Yeah, he doesn't really have that. I mean, like, yeah, he needs to just blow people up. He hasn't really been able to do that. But if you look at the team, aside from like Makoto, who's kind of very elusive, everybody else is kind of tanky. So it's not the easiest thing or easiest game for Jackie.
Yeah, no, I know. He will have to rely on his teammates to give him a lot of distraction. So Carl on Esper has to go in to create chaos. Zephyr on the Osprey as well. Basically, the Spree brothers have to go in and create this one opening for Jackie.
Ooh, Dream Coil, the BKB on Carl. He's just getting right-clicked to death. The Daedalus, Makoto, Bronze tier, Pucks. This is the way you play it.
Oh, this is the power of Puck with the rapid fire Dream Coil rapid fire talent. You could actually just solo kill anyone unless they have some ways to get off coil, because there's 8 seconds of there's what 6 seconds of insane attacks coming out from Mikoto.
Yeah, he does so much damage. It's so crazy. It's really crazy how much damage this guy does right now.
He's literally the carry right now, Mikoto.
Yeah, he actually goes in. He went a little overeager, but that's just the Aegis. He thought he was strong, but it looks like he's big commitment. Nice Ravage there. Connects onto all 4 that is left. And the Sun Rays on point, and it looks like the Egg in the back. Ku's doing some work. He's trying to run away. Not able to do that. The instant buyback from Ku. He doesn't have Black Hole or anything. They committed this, and it looks like, I don't know how you're going to defend this without all those cooldowns. And Carl down for another 25 seconds as well. This is going to be a very difficult hold for T1.
I think they have to give it up now. Without Black Hole, without BKB coming up for Ursa, there's just no way for them to defend this tower. I think they may have to also give up another Rex as well. Cool went in, put down the what do you call that again?
The Midnight Pulse.
Midnight Pulse, yeah. Just trying to scare off.
Ooh, they're looking to go, but the Yules is really on point. The stun is not even able to hit the Wraith Fire Blast. They turn this around. Jackie's actually now running for his life, but the Dream Coil, and look at the shots galore. Puck doing so much work. Makoto just all over the place. The Orb on back keeps himself alive. Carl actually goes forward. He remnants back, keeps himself alive. Drew goes in with the Wraith Fire Blast. He does have the stun, and they lock in Carl. And do they have the damage? No, but Wraith King does go down at least the first time. Carl goes down as well. No buyback on these 3 cores, and the Earth Spirit and the Grimstroke right now are the only ones left. They call GG. They wave the white flag, knowing they have no choice, and we go to a game 3.
You were right. You were right all along. With the draft prediction, and say Mikoto is better than just Brown here.
No, okay. When I pick teams, like, players aside and the individual skill level, I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's going to be some guys that are better than others, but like at the end of the day, I feel like the teams are evenly matched, right? For me, when I pick teams, I just look at lineups. What is the easiest lineup to play? In this case, it was Boom.
Definitely. And it feels like this, if you're just looking at the draft like that, it really never go wrong. Yeah. Unless one team just severely outplay each other. Otherwise, the one that with a easier execution draft will always come out on top. So, yeah, very well done coming up from Boom. Yesterday's series, they were down 0-1 and then they came back 2-1. Seems like today, history may actually happen again. He repeat himself.
What a crazy series. Just a really nice play by Boom Esports. Really on point with everything. But nonetheless, let's take a quick little break. Let's go into a game 3 coming up.
You want to go into game 3?
Yeah, I mean, are you okay with it?
I'm okay with it, but
Yeah.
are you not tired today, Uncle?
I'm a little how dare you?
Ah.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I think I'm okay. It can't be like if it's like an 60-minute plus game. I think at the 60 minutes I'm just gonna drop.
All of a sudden you just go.
Yeah, I'm just out.
Full silent.
All right.
All right, man. Catch you.
I'll catch you in a bit. Yep.